15 years ago, after experiencing my biggest failure, I realized despite having a confident personality, I was driven to follow goals that were not true to my heart. Looking at my past successes at that time, I realized one of my tools was a planner that helped me balance my life. I learned that it was important to really connect with yourself deeply and purposely create and design a life you love. So I designed the pages of the BDJ Power Planner to ground my day-to-day schedule with my vision of myself. I realized that women struggle with multiple roles they play, the various responsibilities, and being able to balance all that with their dreams. Beldager Power Planner is all about reclaiming your power, the power of choice to live the life you deserve. It inspires the balance of dreaming amidst responsibilities. BDJ has served as a best friend that journeys with you through your ups and downs, witnessing your heartbreaks and successes, but through it all, celebrates your self-discovery journey in living to the fullest and empowering you to create a life you love.
I guess having this journal makes me look forward to the next year, and just opening the pages inspired me to do better and to focus more on my work and to cultivate my craft and to just be a better person in general.
BDJ has helped me to become more organized, especially when I was in my teen years, because it's the time where you form habits, and it definitely helped me a lot in terms of organization and being more put together.
Having a BDJ Power Planner is like having a companion, a friend in me. I love how it's specially designed to help women bring out the best in themselves. This planner helped me a lot to cope up with my anxiety and depression due to this pandemic.
In the next 15 years, we envision BDJ and Viviamo to move millions of people globally to create lives they love by connecting to, expressing, and actualizing their joy. We believe joy is the peace and clarity of being anchored on purpose. We hope to fire up dreaming bigger, connecting deeper to self, and truly committing to working on the life they deserve. We hope that we become the seed that grows in the hearts of millions that will help them awaken their power to create the life they love.
Now let's go to March Divider. March is about pursuing inner peace. As you balance your responsibilities and your aspirations, do you find yourself feeling overwhelmed? This is your sign to anchor yourself to the present. Take a moment to write a list of your simple joys, or make a mental note of what's good in your life right now. I invite you to let go of things or experiences that you have no control over. Acknowledge that challenges are like floating fragments that will drift through your life. In every moment, I hope you can choose to be patient and a calming presence on everyone and create a positive ripple effect. We hope you remember that every time you see our March Divider. Let's strive for serenity. Draw an X over every box you accomplish, aiming to mark all the boxes by the end of the month. Nothing beats the feeling of accomplishments. That's it! We hope this was helpful, and let's all be a calming presence on everyone and create a positive ripple effect.
"15 years ago, after experiencing my biggest failure, I realized despite having a confident personality, I was driven to follow goals that were not true to my heart. Looking at my past successes at that time, I realized one of my tools was a planner that helped me balance my life. I learned that it was important to really connect with yourself deeply and purposely create and design a life you love. So I designed the pages of the BDJ Power Planner to ground my day-to-day schedule with my vision of myself. I realized that women struggle with multiple roles they play, the various responsibilities, and being able to balance all that with their dreams. Beldager Power Planner is all about reclaiming your power, the power of choice to live the life you deserve. It inspires the balance of dreaming amidst responsibilities. BDJ has served as a best friend that journeys with you through your ups and downs, witnessing your heartbreaks and successes, but through it all, celebrates your self-discovery journey in living to the fullest and empowering you to create a life you love.
I guess having this journal makes me look forward to the next year, and just opening the pages inspired me to do better and to focus more on my work and to cultivate my craft and to just be a better person in general.
BDJ has helped me to become more organized, especially when I was in my teen years, because it's the time where you form habits, and it definitely helped me a lot in terms of organization and being more put together.
Having a BDJ Power Planner is like having a companion, a friend in me. I love how it's specially designed to help women bring out the best in themselves. This planner helped me a lot to cope up with my anxiety and depression due to this pandemic.
In the next 15 years, we envision BDJ and Viviamo to move millions of people globally to create lives they love by connecting to, expressing, and actualizing their joy. We believe joy is the peace and clarity of being anchored on purpose. We hope to fire up dreaming bigger, connecting deeper to self, and truly committing to working on the life they deserve. We hope that we become the seed that grows in the hearts of millions that will help them awaken their power to create the life they love.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, it's Saturday again, and it's the last Saturday of the month of March. We're having our Grow Beyond series. So I'm so excited to be able to spend this last Saturday with you guys, and sana you'll take away a lot because our featured speaker for today has a lot to share, and I really love our title. So shout out to our community manager, si Micah, for thinking of our title, like Girls Just Wanna Have Funs. So guys, well, this is open to everyone. This is not just for girls. So please bring in your loved ones, your partner, share this FB Live for everyone, anyone you know who want to learn more about managing their funds in this pandemic. We know it's very critical. We know this is an important topic. Sometimes we're not able to talk about it as easily because it's challenging. And yes, medyo inopen ko na lang yung windows para meron tayong konting background na outdoors since we have to stay indoors, guys. So I hope you guys can comment in the chat box. Can you guys comment in the chat box where you're watching us from so we know para lang maramdaman namin yung crowd. And I'm sure our speaker for today would love to see the Bella energy just commenting. I know it's been a rough 2 weeks for a lot of us. We're feeling this energy, this heavy energy in the air because everyone is feeling the weight of this second year of pandemic too. So I know it must take a lot, and I just want to acknowledge you guys for just showing up for today and listening in and taking the step to grow beyond our situation right now. So please do say hi in the comment box so we can ayan, we have Bella's Caviteñas, Jom, watching from Antipolo City. And the title came from Jocks pala daw, sabi ni Micah. Okay. Noted. But super love the topic. So guys, please do share more information, like where you're watching us from. Para lang sometimes you can connect with each other na you're not that you can meet up at this time, but at least parang okay, may some sort of somewhere sa kabilang kanto may nanonood din ng BDJ Studio Learning Series with me. Okay? So this is our last Saturday for our Grow Beyond series. You can still check out our past Grow Beyond series in the BDJ Buzz Beldager Power Planner Facebook pages for our past Grow Beyond series. And don't forget that I think this is the last day you can check in the gift from Coach Ning Tadenya regarding Be Beautiful. Please do check it out. If you haven't joined us in the Bella Tribe, in the Facebook Bella Tribe, please do join us there so you can get more information on all these workshops and offers that we have. And at the same time, there's a lot of positivity that we're trying to share and imbibe with each other. And don't worry, it's very authentic. We share all our frustrations and where we are currently with the rest of the Bellas. So, guys, our hope today is to really just remind you that you are more powerful than your struggles right now. We also want to empower you with the tools and the tips for taking action. And that's why this episode is really to equip you in terms of knowledge to grow beyond in terms of financial challenges. So one of the things that we're seeing right now are what are the little things that we can do to manage in terms of hedging what the money that we have right now, and how do we make sure that it doesn't na hindi na lang siya biglang mawawala because of inflation. So this is I know this is not a common topic that people talk about at homes, but this is something we've been encouraging since last year, that you guys have conversations with your family, because this is really challenging times, and it's important that we band together, support each other to be able to survive and thrive in this pandemic. So we want you guys to be empowered to invest. We want you guys to be empowered to move forward and have this change in your life. So even if it's in the pandemic, yes, guys, we can still dream. I know it might feel different, difficult, more challenging, but it is still possible. We still hear a lot of success stories. Let's latch on to these possibilities, because these things can help us in the present go towards the future that we want. So just to introduce our speaker formally, we have Jocks Pantastico, is the founder and CEO of Olivia Technology Group. she founded Olivia, an expense management app that allows users to dictate expenses and scan invoices and receipts. She also co-authored Money Quest, a new perspective on spending, saving, and investing. This is a personal finance book enhanced with augmented reality. So, ano na tayo, may tech na talaga guys. Important talaga yan that we implement paper plus tech because we're in this new age, and let's maximize this and let's learn how technology can actually help us. So, augmented reality, if you think about Pokemon Go, you can see that in her book. And we're selling that book at crazyaboutpaper.com. Just check for Money Quest. So Jux and her husband taught their daughter stock investing at the age of 10 years old. And today she will teach you more on the basics of investing. And we hope that this will give you guys an extra source of income. We had this internal financial talk in our company, and we were asking, so how many streams of income ba kailangan at this time? And then the answer of our speaker was that as many as you can. So parang guys, so it's not about parang pipiliin ko ba ito, yung racket ko na to, yung business ko na to, yung salary ko, magsa-stock investing. It's not one or the other. If you can do all, do all. Money makes the world go round. Money is not evil, and money can help you help more people. So without further ado, I'll bring in our speaker for today, Jox Fantastico. Hello, Jox.
Hi, Dar. So happy to be finally here at BDJ Studios.
Thank you, Jox. I'll leave the floor to you, and I'll assist in the back end. Thank you, Jox.
Thanks, Dar. See you in a bit. Hi, everyone. I'm really, really so happy and blessed to be here with you today. I know everybody, all of us are indoors, and yeah, Dar has a little window. I also have a little bit of a window at the back. It's raining. Actually, it's quite gloomy where I am, but I hope that this next hour will be fun and enlightening. I know you won't get everything that we talk about today, but I do hope you get maybe one or two nuggets from the next hour. Just a few things. We will actually have a workshop towards the end, so you need to get ready. Maybe a pen and a paper. You'll need to write some things down, and maybe a phone with internet connectivity, because you may have to search for something. And we will be giving away 6 copies of the Money Quest book towards the end of our session today. To add to Dar's introduction, I just like to talk about who I am. So I'm a mom. My daughter is about 20 years old now. I'm a startup founder. I wrote a book with a co-author, Anita Ontario, and I'm also vegan. And since we're on Facebook, I thought I should be showing you a picture of some of the things that I learned how to cook during in the past year. And the fact that being vegan or plant-based doesn't mean you only eat green things. In fact, quite a lot of things. I eat a lot of beans, tofu, tempeh, beets. So there's a lot of colors as well. So that's about me. But okay, so here is our prizes for today. So we will have, as I said, we'll be giving away 6 of the Money Quest books to 3 to those who are able to share their workshop output. Don't worry, it's going to be really fun, and we'll guide you through it. And 3 books to those who participate in the game. It's a little bit like a quiz, but not really super serious. Yeah. So the book comes with a companion app, which you can download in Android and iOS. And in Crazy About Paper on the e-commerce site, there are links to download the app as well. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so maybe I should start by asking you the question. What comes to mind when you think of investing? Can you please write it down in the comments box? just any word or phrase or feeling that you get when you hear, the word invest or investing. Don't worry, don't be shy. I know money, as Dar said, money we don't really talk about in our family, and it's sometimes awkward to talk to someone else about it. But money is not bad. You won't end up being perceived as materialistic if you talk about money. Yeah. So no, I can't seem to see any comments. Let me see. Stock, money, numbers. Yes, correct. So it sounds very serious. Risk and return. That's very good. I'm writing things down. Money, yes. Investments about money, making money, sometimes losing money. Investing is hard. Yes. Returns. Okay. They're all very valid. Single mom. Okay. Yep. Savings. Yes. Investing is a form of savings. It can be complicated. Wow, I really love your inputs. Security. That's really good. Building up your future in case of retirement or risks in life. Yes, that is so true. Too complicated. Growing our money. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. Like saving, but risking for more returns. You guys, you're actually quite adept at, you're familiar with what investment is all about. So I hope that the next hour will add a little bit more to your knowledge about investing, and hopefully maybe also give you confidence to start thinking about investing yourselves. So the first question that's probably in your mind is, why do women need to invest, right? Why can't we just keep our money in the bank, just like everybody else, or maybe under the pillow? So why do we need to do this thing called investing? Okay, and the most common answer, and it's true that it's a reason. The most common answer people will give you is because inflation happens, and that's super true. Inflation increases the price of your groceries and even your coffee, and therefore decreases the value of the money in your wallet. So if you look at this slide, in the past, say maybe over 40 years, the price of coffee has increased by around 600 times, so 1970 to 2019. However, salaries from 1970 to 2019 have not grown 600 times, maybe at most 500 times. Okay. If you're not convinced of that, here's another example. So those who are moms here, as you're thinking of the tuition fee, even for play school or even primary or secondary, and especially for university, the average increase in tuition fee in the Philippines, this is based on data for the Philippines, is around 7%. Okay. However, the average salary increase in the Philippines is about 5%. So sometimes if you have a promotion, some years you have a promotion, some years you may move jobs, and therefore you get maybe higher than 5%, maybe 10, 15%. But on average, it's going to be 5%. So always may gap na at least 2%. Diba? So inflation, that's the effect of inflation. Para tayo naghahabol palagi kasi nag-increase yung price of everything that we buy, from fuel to groceries to tuition fee, pero yung salaries or yung income natin hindi nag-catch up. Or kung nag-catch up man, it's just on par, which means palagi tayong naghahabolan na lang. And that means na wala ka ng, you won't have funds, you and your family will not have funds for other things na gusto yung gawin. So whether it's travel or, upgrading your lifestyle, kasi palagi kayong naghahabol-habol na lang. So that's the very first thing, the reason na kailangan natin mag-isip about investing. Okay, so apart from that, but inflation applies to everyone, whether you're male or you're female. Okay. Specifically for females, however, investing plays a really important role because of this thing called career breaks. Okay, so ano ba yung career breaks? So, for example, nag-work na tayo sa mga, when we're in our 20s, we start working right after graduation, siguro, no? Then after we get married, once we start having kids, we may want to take a break to say raise a family, be there with your kids. And that's really normal and that's really true. But that would take mga 5 years, diba? Until your child starts going to school siguro, no? Kung mag-playgroup na siya, okay, now pwede ka, and he's away from the house for a few hours a day, then you can go back to work. But that's one career break. Second career break. So maybe in your 40s, early 40s or mid 40s, you may want to, when your parents start getting older and start getting ill, you may want to take another break to take care of your parents, or at least to, even if you still continue to work, you may want to cut back on work, or pipiliin mo na lang na, okay, maybe hindi na muna ako magpapapromote kasi that means I'll have to stay longer in the office. Yeah. So that's another form of career break. So in fact, there's a study or a survey by Robert Walters that shows this data. So in the Philippines, if you look at the Philippines, 68%, that's almost 7 out of 10 women have taken a career break in the Philippines. And if you look at the other countries, Asia, China, Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, Vietnam, it's around the same level. Women tend to take a break, a career break, at least once in their lifetime. So what does that mean? Okay. That career break, combined with the fact that women statistically live longer than males, okay, so 7 years longer than males. That means that we earn less because we have less number of years to earn money, but we also live longer. So, kailangan natin ng mas maraming retirement funds. We need more retirement funds, not less. Okay, so that's the irony. We live longer, but we have less number of years to work, and therefore less income and funds for things like retirement. Okay, so how does investing help? So paano nakaka-help yung investing? Okay, so here I'm going to show you an example of 2 people. So a male and a female, si Nelson at si Mutia. So both sila na start earning a salary at 25, and they both earn 20,000 pesos a month. Okay, and they save about 15% of their income monthly. So mababait sila. Okay, the only difference is si Mutia, nag-career break siya twice. So once at 30 and once at 45. Okay, so what is the impact of that into their funds, retirement funds, when they reach 65? So si Nelson will get 4.2 million pesos if he keeps his 15% of his paycheck every month in a savings account, earning maximum 2% a year. And 2% a year is a realistic number, yeah? Si Mutia, because she has a career break at 30 and at 45, then she was able to, her funds at retirement is only 3 million, okay, kept in the same savings account, 2% a year. So what that means is, in terms of years of retirement funded, so si Nelson, meron siyang 12 years of his retirement na funded. So that's around until 77, meron siyang pera from his retirement funds. Si Mutia, mas less kasi 8 years lang yung covered ng 3 million niya, di ba? So 73. So you can imagine once they hit mga 70, which is 5 years after they retire, medyo ninenervyos na sila, and they're thinking, wow, what will happen? I hope to live longer, pero yung funds ko hindi na enough, right? So you either have to rely on other people, your children or other family, or you may even have to go back to work, which is not easy to do kasi you're at that age na, di ba? So, but, okay, what if Mutya invests? Okay. So Mutya investing, 20, so again, she's earning 20,000. She takes career breaks, but this time she invested her money at 7% a year, which is quite conservative for stock investing. Okay. So if she does this, the only difference is savings. Instead of putting it in a savings account, she will invest it at 7%, getting an average of about 7% per year. See the difference at the funds in her retirement. When she reaches retirement, it's 8.6 million, and that means 24 years of her retirement funded. So that's the difference. So 65 plus 24, that's around 89. That's a long time, yeah? So she doesn't have to worry when she reaches 70, 75. Hindi na siya masistress kasi she knows that I have enough for a long time, for still a great number of years, okay? Any questions so far? Just put it on the comment section, okay? Now, however, hindi tayo, not all of us are like Mutya, no? Na nag-start ng 20, nag-investing. So what if na-realize ko lang na, pwede pala akong invest, or confident na ako mag-invest, pero I realized that only when I'm 35. Okay, so let's look at another person, si Diwa. She started at 35 kasi medyo nag-enjoy muna siya, nag-shopping, lumabas-labas, so hindi masyado nakapag-save and invest. So nag-start lang siya sa 35. Okay, again, same salary, career break at 45, and late siya nag-start. Okay, so if she invests, okay, she's still better off. So she will not hit 8.6 unless she increases her savings or investment rate, the amount that she saves from 15 to say maybe 20%. But assuming she only invests and save 15%, as same as Mutya. So kahit late siya nag-start, she will still get 5.8 million, which means it's around 16 years of her retirement funded. Okay, so notice that it's more than Mutya keeping her money in a savings account. Okay, it's more than 3 million, and it's in fact even more than what Nelson is going to get, because it's Nelson, even if with no career break, he just keeps his money in the bank. Okay, so it's a big investing can have a big impact in terms of our finances, not just for retirement, but for other goals. I just took retirement as an example because it's a long-term goal, and it's often a worry for women. A lot of women, I think close to about 75% of women, this is an actual survey, about 75, 3/4 of women worry about having enough funds during retirement. Okay, so this is how investing can make a difference to our funds when we want to stop working. Okay, so again, any comments or feedback, just put it on the comments box, please. Okay, so now that we know it's important for women to invest, how are we different naman from men? Why can't we adapt the same strategies, or why shouldn't we adapt the same strategies as men when it comes to investing? Okay, the first thing is that women worry about different things. Okay? There was a study on homeless people in the States, in the US. I think this was maybe about 5 to 10 years ago. And the study found out that men and women worried about different things. So for men, the homeless men worried about the shame of not being able to provide for their family. So nakakahiya, parang wala silang mukhang maipakita, no? So it's about shame. For women naman, these homeless women, they were most worried about where the next meal will come from. Okay, so notice the difference. So one is shame kasi hindi sila nakapag-provide, and two, for women, for us women, it's more about, okay, where would the next meal come from? Kaya if you notice, women are much more into budgeting kasi we want to make sure that whatever income we have, whether it's from our own income or from the amount that our husband entrusts to us or a partner entrusts to us, we want to make sure that one, that amount of money does not hit zero, and two, that we are allocating that budget so that everyone is happy. Okay. So what it means is that for men, their mindset is about increasing the pot, okay, increasing the income, increasing the wealth, okay. For women, the mindset is about the pot cannot be empty, okay. And for men, the investing goal is higher returns, and therefore they're more likely to be aggressive in their investment strategies kasi gusto nila yung higher returns. And as someone kanina said in the comments box, higher risk, higher return. For women, it's about preventing losses or making sure that the pot does not become zero. Okay. So two very different mindsets. So women, if you experience if you feel that, oh, my friends who are guys are, investing in these very aggressive types of instruments or stocks or shares, I have to do the same thing. No, because you are coming from a totally different mindset, and they are coming from a totally different mindset. Okay, so if a male friend is making certain or more aggressive investment decisions, don't feel na kailangan gayahin mo siya, okay? Because we are really different, okay? The other difference is that, so firstly, women, we as women worry about different things, okay? And therefore we need to be investing differently. And I'll tell you how we should be, or what things we need to be taking into consideration when we invest. Okay, so the other thing is about women being more relational. Okay, so this is again a study on gift giving. Okay, and there was actually an author, a researcher called in 1978, his name is Chodoro, saying that women's self-identities are based on showing love to others. And that's really clearly indicated here in the study, where women tend to buy more gifts for more people than males. So that's almost 4.5 more gifts than males. Although per gift, women spend less. Okay, so males tend to give to less people, but they spend more, okay, per gift. But women tend to spend less, but they want to give for more people. Okay, give gifts to more people. So for women, investing needs to be more than just a way to accumulate wealth. It needs to be associated with a goal, because we want to be relational, we are caring, we want to be loving and caring. And so our investing, when we invest, we need to be able to relate it to something that will benefit not just us, but our loved ones. Okay, so therefore our investing approach needs to be goal-based. Okay, not just targeting a number, but visualizing what that number or that investment needs to achieve. And I'll talk a little bit more about that. That's why, journaling really helps, vision boarding, dream boarding, that helps. Okay. The other, okay, so someone has a question, Iska, I can't read the full name, Iska, okay. What do you think is the best investment type for women, mothers who have middle class income, medium risk? Okay. Okay, can you hold that thought, Iska? Okay, let me just write it down. Okay, let's bring that up again when we discuss more about investments shortly. Okay, I'll take that up later. Okay, so women are also more expressive of emotions. Okay, so this is real. Okay, if you can relate to this, please give me a thumbs up on the comments box. I have often gone back from when I'm in a bad mood or especially bad week. I have gone to a hairdresser and told them, gupitin mo yung bangs ko, and I've really regretted it. Now I've luckily I have found this hairdresser who is wonderful, and she knows kung napansin na niya na medyo bad trip ako or off color or I had a bad day, she will refuse to cut my hair kasi for sure daw I'm just being emotional. So this is a psychologist said that when we're going through a period of transition that is particularly painful, we tend to make decisions that provide immediate relief. This can stem from feeling of wanting to rid ourselves of intense or difficult emotions, causing us to make rash decisions such as impulsive purchases. I'm also guilty of that, or getting a major haircut. Now here's the problem. Emotions and investing are a dangerous combination because it leads us to making bad decisions often. Yeah? So when buying stocks, for example, you should buy low and sell high. But because of our emotions, we tend to sell when stock prices are going down and then buy when they are rising. Okay, that's a fact. Yeah. So how do we manage our emotions and our emotional responses? Okay. So just a few things. One, you need to make sure that you have adequate liquidity. In other words, you need to have enough cash for emergencies. Yeah. So this is cash that you keep in a bank, that it's not in a long-term time deposit, it's not invested, but it needs to be cash that you can just easily get from your ATM in case you have any emergencies. Okay. So that if something happens, you don't have to sell your investments, because most likely when you have to sell something in a hurry, and it's not the right time, for sure you lose money. Okay. Second, invest an amount of money you will not miss. So what does that mean? So maybe you start with, say, maybe 2% of your income first, or at most 5% of your income. So if you're making 20,000 pesos a month, maximum, in fact, it's too much. The maximum you should be investing is maybe about 5,000 a month. You can even start with 1,000. There are now instruments, there are now things like mutual funds that you can, the initial is 5,000, but after that is 1,000 now. So that's also an answer to Iska's question. So you can start with a mutual fund. You can also open a stock brokerage account for 1,000 pesos, and then work up to buying stocks. But make sure that you're not investing too big an amount, say maybe 50% or even 20% of your income. That's too much, because then you'll start to get stressed and you're worried, and again you will make decisions that may not be good for your finances. Okay. Okay, thirdly, investing needs to be about an expression of caring. Okay, so if you need to, I think I mentioned this previously, to keep you motivated, have a board. Make sure that your goals are visual. If your goal is about sending your child to university, have a picture of her in your planner. If your goal is about traveling somewhere, have a picture of that goal right in front of you in your planner, something that you look at every day, so that you can keep being motivated to invest. Okay. So hopefully it's been digestible so far. Now there are some myths. So a lot of us already know, and before I started investing myself, I already knew about investing. But the problem is there are some myths, or there are some barriers. Hang on, if you just give me 1 second, my lighting just... Okay. Okay, there's my light again. Okay. there are some myths or barriers na we've learned through the years that's preventing us from starting that journey towards investing. So what are some of those barriers? One, the fact that that barrier, that perception that I need to know how to read analysts' reports. Okay. Now I have to tell you that when my daughter started investing when she was 10 years old, yeah, we provided her with starting funds, but she selected the stocks herself. She did not know anything about, earnings reports or analyst recommendations or PE ratios. Wala siya nun. So how did she make the decision? So she chose companies that she was familiar with. So companies or products na she observed or she herself was using or we were using, or na-observe niya na marami din gumagamit, right? So an airline, so her first stock buys were an airline, an entertainment company, and a tech company, okay? So a few years after she invested in the airline stock, she noticed that the stock price was going up kasi people were traveling more, both for business and pleasure. So she thought, okay, if people are traveling, which means they have to stay somewhere, diba? So she then decided to add shares of a hotel chain into her portfolio. So siya yung nag-isip nun, we didn't tell her about it, okay? Then a few years later, she noticed na the entertainment company, that their theme parks was doing well because they were opening new rides and they were using the characters from their films into the rides also. I guess you know which company that is, Naya. So she decided to increase her shares or her holdings of that investment. Okay, so in all of these decisions, she didn't read a single annual report or attend an analyst briefing. She used her observations lang of the industry and the long-term sustainability of that industry based on her knowledge. Okay, so you don't need to be able to read analyst reports. So, and a lot of us think that. That's why we think, oh, it's complicated. Yeah. It doesn't need to be. So invest in companies that you know. So as long as you know how to go shopping, then you can invest. Okay. The second myth is that I need to know when to buy and sell. In other words, I need to time the market. So, but before we do that, let me just take 1 minute to tell you about what timing the market is. Okay, and I'll use this example. So Big Hit Entertainment is a company that manages, among other bands, a very famous band that everybody knows of. Okay, now in sometime in Jan 12 of this year, so they went public last year, and early this year, the album Boy with Love hit more than 1.1 billion views in YouTube. And and this is a huge, how to say, huge proof, this is major proof that BTS is very relevant, they're going to be very popular, and therefore their endorsements, their concerts are going to be very well subscribed. So if you know not even necessarily know the industry, but if you're watching Big Hit or even BTS, if you're a fan of BTS and you know, oh, okay, these views are going up, you might want to, if you're timing the market, you would buy just before that major milestone happens, okay? And then after that happens, you buy low just before, and then when the prices increase of that stock, you would either sell it or keep part of it and sell part of it, okay? So that's what you call timing the market. But is that the only approach? The answer obviously is no. Let me show you an example. This is a stock price, actual stock price of a bank, of the bank shares, okay? So there are two, so these are priced in 1 year, and there are two girls, Anna and May. So si Anna, bumibili siya, she decided to buy 500 pesos per month, regardless of what the price is, okay, of that stock, okay? Whatever happens, up or down, she will buy 500 pesos worth. Si May buys only in March kasi that's when she noticed na relatively mas mababa yung share price of this bank. And because she knows, okay, you buy low, okay, she then put all her money, all her 6,000 pesos in, and she bought that in March, okay? So in a sense, she timed the market. After a year, the value of their shares of Anna and May, so remember Anna bought consistently 500 a month and May bought once. By December, yes, May made a little, maybe 200 pesos more, but the point to take away here is that there's not much difference between timing the market and buying a stock regularly. Okay, and imagine Anna didn't have to worry whatever happens. She chill lang siya, buy whatever happens. But May, she has to really monitor the market because she's timing the market. So again, it's not about timing the market, but it's about time in the market, especially if it's blue chip stocks, what we call blue chip stocks, which are really good and valuable companies. Just buy regularly and keep. Okay. For the next point that we are going to make, there are two companies, and here I need your help, guys, to look at these two companies. And imagine you are in July 2015. Can you please tell me which stock would you buy? Okay, Kraft Heinz or Adobe? I need your comments. I need your inputs and help on the comments box. Would you buy one only? Which one would it be? Or would you buy both? Okay, I'll give you a few seconds to decide. So Kraft is a food company, and Adobe is a software company. Okay. Any comments? Would you buy? Just answer the question. Would you buy both, or would you buy only one? Adobe. Okay. Thanks, John. Okay. Oh, maraming Adobe. Okay. Good. Is anyone saying we should buy both? Okay. Some are saying would buy both. Okay. Both. Okay. Good. There's some Kraft and Adobe 50-50. Okay, good, very specific, both to diversify. That's a good point. Okay, Kraft. Okay, yeah, both. All right, good, thank you. So if we looked at, so that's 2015. 2021, I just checked their stock price a few days ago. This is the performance, okay? March 2021, Kraft Heinz has lost 50% of its value, and Adobe has grown 550 times. Okay, so if you had spent, say, if you had $2,000, this is hypothetical, and bought 1,000 shares of Heinz and Kraft Heinz and Adobe, so 1,000 Kraft and 1,000 Adobe, you would have 5,994 pesos. However, if you bought only Adobe shares, you would have the value of your shares would be 11,000. Okay. The point we're trying to make here is that focus on, yes, there is some argument for diversification, but it's more important to focus on quality, okay? Because bad performing stocks or companies might actually pull down the value of your portfolio, okay? So the problem with Kraft Heinz is that they had a merger, so Kraft merged with Heinz, and I think the management wasn't really able to merge these two companies properly. They also took on a lot of debt, and that's why the stock price dropped. However, Adobe was really focused on being a software company, and they also had very interesting management principles, like they don't do performance reviews, so they made their operations very lean, and that's why their company has grown 550 times. So diversification maybe, but more important to focus on quality. Now, I'd like to think, and this is how we've built our stock portfolio as well. I tend to think of building our stock portfolio like building my wardrobe. So where a lot of your classic pieces may be boring, but they should comprise maybe about 80 to 90% of your wardrobe, and your trendy outfits, that hot pink pair of shorts or that neon green bag, that will really go out of style after a month. You know, I make sure that I don't have too much of them. So normally the ratio I follow is maybe 1:10. So for every 10 classic pieces, I have one trendy outfit. And that's also a way to look at your stock portfolio. So focus on blue chip stocks, make sure that they comprise most of your portfolio, and riskier stocks should be, you can have them if you need to have them at all. Riskier stocks should comprise a lower proportion, konti lang siya out of your portfolio. And make sure na if riskier stock siya, so medyo trendy siya, just like trendy outfits, kung hindi na siya in style, and nagamit mo naman siya and it served its purpose, clean out your closet. Same thing with riskier stocks. Once you have made money out of them, you can sell all of it and reinvest into either blue chip or other riskier stocks na you can benefit from. Okay. So we're going to do a quick workshop here. I'm not sure if we will have enough time, but maybe just 2 to 3 minutes we can do this, and I'll ask maybe a few of you to share. Okay, so just 3 things. 1, write down 5 to 8 products that you use. It could be toothpaste, it could be shampoo, what browser do you use, nanonood ka ba ng Netflix, okay? And then find out what company owns or manufactures them. So for example, gumagamit ako ng Neozep. So sino yung manufacturer non? Unilab, di ba? And then if they're a listed company, find out their stock price, okay? So an example is this, okay? So a product, okay, so Pure Gold. I like going to Pure Gold groceries. So the company is called Pure Gold Price Club. The symbol, the ticker symbol is P Gold, and the share price is 40 pesos. Okay. Another company is Alphamart. I like going to Alphamart, they're mini markets. And the company is SMIC, SM Investment Corporation. Their symbol is SM, and the share price is 984. I also use a lot of Netflix. So the company is Netflix Inc. The symbol is NFLX, and the share price is mataas na ngayon, is 508 US dollars. Okay, so I'll give you about a minute to maybe just list down the companies that, so the products that you use. And if we don't have time, I guess we may not have time to actually, maybe just check with Belle. Okay, so we have a bit of time. Let me just check with Belle how we can share. Okay, so what we will do is, if we have 3 volunteers, we won't do the full 3 because we may not have time for that. But what we can do is, if we can have 3 volunteers. Okay, meron na pala si Joyce. Okay, good. Joyce, Surf, Dove, Cream Silk, Zonrox, Magnolia Chicken. Nice. Okay, great. So who makes these, Joyce, who makes these products? Surf, Dove, alam mo ba who is making them? Sino yung manufacturer? Okay, so Leia has also said iPhone, Metromart, Netflix, Airbnb. Wow, okay, great. Jollibee, yes. Palmolive, McDo, Coke. Okay, you have Jollibee is actually one of the blue chip companies in the Philippine Stock Exchange. Okay, Unilever. Okay. Jen Carulo is asking how much is minimum investment. Okay, so for some, I'm not connected with them, so I know for a fact that platforms like Call Financial, you will maybe need between 1 to 5,000 pesos to open an account, and then after that you can buy as depending on the stock that you want to buy. So for example, if you want to buy pure gold and 40 pesos per share, you can buy 10 shares, so that's 400 pesos. Okay. So I hope that answers your question, Jen. If you want to access in the international stock exchanges naman, there are platforms like Interactive Brokers that give you, and again, I'm not connected with them. I don't get any affiliate fees, but there's the minimum for them is $100 to open an account, and then you can just buy stocks as you require, as you wish. Okay, so we're seeing lots of, okay, so we have Unilever, Cream Silk, Unilever, yes. Amazon, Robinsons, SM, good. SM, IC, iPhone, Netflix. Okay, great. So iPhone is Apple, Netflix. Okay, so as you're doing that, okay, so it's good that you're able to enumerate products that you use. So let's spend three minutes lang for those products that you for those companies that you mentioned. Can you quickly look up what is the share price? And on the comments box, just indicate, say, if you say Unilever, what is the price? Or Jollibee, what is the stock price? Okay, we'll give you 1 minute to answer that question. So we have another question here from, there was one question from,
I'll join you just to help lang, Jocks.
Yes,
One
thank
question.
you.
Is this the question from Katrina? Is it safe to invest in Call Financial?
Okay, yes. I somehow can see it in my phone, but not in the laptop. Okay, is it safe to invest in Call Financial? Okay, so Call Financial is quite established. They've been there for a long time. So it really depends on what you invest in. I suggest, I think they also have a facility where you can get an advisor to help you. You can do that. But what I suggest is really make the investing decisions yourself. In other words, choose, ikaw na yung pumili ng anong company na gusto mong i-investan. Because so you don't have to if something happens, then it's on you, you know. Okay, there's another question from Joyce. So I think Call is, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I actually, Katrina, Call Financial is one of the more, I think it's one of the top institutions for stock investing. And to add to the answer of Jocks earlier regarding yung minimum investment, guys, right now there's so many options, and that's why we love this conversation with Jocks. Kasi like you can do GCash invest, you can do right now the global investing. There's this platform called eToro. There's also like, so that's Call Financial. There's also the MyTrade PH, diba? Yung another platform to. So I think one of the things also when you do Call Financial and MyTrade PH is that you're investing in our country, which is a good thing.
True.
And I want to just say that kasi na, especially for most of us who plan to stay here for the long haul, diba? We should at least invest in our own country. And you can say, sabi mo, diba, to open an account is that 1,000 pesos for Call Financial?
Yeah. Yeah. More recently, I saw 1,000, but it could be, anyway, it's less than 5,000 pesos.
Yeah,
And you
it's
can
less
use
than
that. It's not
5,000.
correct. And it's not that that's a fee to, and it's not like a membership fee. You can actually use that 1,000 or 5,000 to buy stocks na rin.
Correct, correct. So it's not
So,
first Metrosec. So this is
yes,
from
correct.
Nina.
Yes.
Ito, magkano po ang pwede i-invest for the first timer? Do you answer this?
Yeah. So yeah, it's as we mentioned, it's about 1,000 pesos, and also depends on what stocks you want to buy. So if you want to buy pure gold, 40 pesos lang siya, so that's possible. However, kung gusto mong bumili ng Alphamar, SMIC, for example, 984, so you can buy one stock only. Now you have to note na some stocks you have to buy in, hindi ka pwedeng bumili ng one stock lang, you have to buy it in what they call lots. It can be lots of 5, lots of 10. So if you want to buy SMIC, for example, you will have to spend at least 5,000 pesos if may requirements sila na per lot. Yeah. So it really depends on the stock that you want to buy. So if, for example, gusto mong bumili ng mga stocks na more expensive and you only have, say, 1,000 a month to spare, so save ka muna until you have that amount, and then you can start investing. Which
The other
platform
thing
is
here,
yeah.
I think I would like to add, Ruby, for first timers, what you do, when you're learning how to do stock market, I love the advice of Jocks that you invest in the things that you actually use, that you actually like, and then at the same time, don't borrow money to invest.
Yeah,
So
that
don't
is true.
invest money that you do not have.
Correct.
So just want to
Absolutely.
get started for the
Because
first timers.
yes.
Go ahead, John.
Yes.
Go.
Yes, because the interest on a loan is much higher than what you will make on the stock market. So, in fact, one of the things also that I'd like you to take into account is that if you have a debt, if you have loan, especially yung credit card loan, maybe wag ka muna mag-invest. Pay off your loan muna, and then you start investing. Okay.
Correct.
So Dar will help me choose the winner of the of the share your work. Now we are on to the next game because we have 3 minutes left. So what we will do is I'll have questions, 3 questions lang, and the first person who answers correctly for each question is the winner. So Dar, if you can help with that also. Well,
Yeah,
actually,
I'll check with
Belle
Belle
and
and
John can check.
who's the
Yeah.
winner.
So this is the first
Okay,
question.
next game.
Yeah, you have been offered 2 jobs. Job A with 15% increase in salary in City A where there is no inflation. Or job B with 20% increase in salary, and you live in City B where inflation is 10% a year. So everything else being equal, which job should you take? Comments box, please. So should you take job A or job B? A. Okay. Maricel. Okay, so Maricel is the winner and she's correct because even though the increase in salary is 15% versus 20% sa B, sa City A, wala siyang inflation, which means mas mataas pa rin yung value ng money niya. Yung sa job B, 20% increase pero 10% yung inflation, effectively 10% lang yung increase niya. Okay? Very good, Maricel. You've understood the concept of inflation, and that's how inflation really is works. Okay, which of the following have risks? Stocks and shares, property, or C, starting a business? You can answer all as well. We have 1 minute left. Anyone on the comments box? For the second book, for the, yeah? Anyone? Okay. ABC. Okay. So whoever answered ABC or all is correct. Okay, because all of them have risk. Okay, the last question: which of these do you need to consider when investing? Risk profile, goals, or both? All, both. Okay, is Elsa answering for the third? Okay, Isa, if you're answering for the third, meaning both, you're correct because you need to consider both the risk profile and the goals. Okay, so lastly, I know we run out of time. We will give 6 copies of the book, three for those who shared and 3 for those who answered correctly the quiz. You can get the copy you can scan the QR code, and it will bring you to the page on Crazy About Paper where you can get Money Quest. And remember, you can buy the book and download the app from iOS and App Store as well, and Play Store. Thank you,
just
everyone.
a reminder for our winners. I think the first, I'm just checking for the name of the first one, but the second winner is Isa, and the third winner is Katrina, and the first winner is Maricel. So please do contact us, connect us with in the messenger to be able to avail of to get your free book. So for the link for Maricel, wait lang ita-type ko. Winners Maricel, Isa, and Katrina. Please claim your book when you in this Bitly app, Bitly form. And I hope you got to screenshot that you won. So you guys can screenshot this yung message ko just in case you didn't get to screenshot earlier kasi medyo mabilis. But thank you guys. Thank you, Jocks. Thank you so much for being so generous and giving away several books for the community. And guys, I hope you learned a lot. I learned a lot from Jocks. As usual, she's really a great wealth manager, guys. And I think one of the things that we really need to learn in this pandemic is how to manage the wealth and really grow what we have right now. And please do check out her book at crazyaboutpaper.com/moneyquest. So this has an app, a free app that comes with it. And then you can learn more on spending, saving, and investing. And a lot of the questions that you saw or you were asking or people were asking in the comment section, you can also get the answers from MoneyQuest. And hopefully, please do give us feedback regarding this workshops so we can organize more of these if this is something of interest to you guys. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Eds. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you, Jocks. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dar. Thank you, Belle. Thank you. And thank you, everyone. It was really great spending the afternoon with you.
Thank you. So I will just there. So guys, thank you for spending your Saturday afternoon with us. Right now, I'm jumping into the time management workshop with Gina Romero of Connected Women. So please do join us there if you also want to learn how to manage your time better. And thank you again for tuning in our Grow Beyond Saturday series. The whole month of March, you can still come in and check it out in the Facebook BDJ Buzz or Beldager Power Planner page for like past videos so you can watch and go join Team Replay. So thank you guys. Happy weekend. See you in the next one.